just couldn't find in the regular season. At least there was a bloodbath between these two guys because, you know, like all other coaches in this league, the NWHL, these are one of the most disciplined and know what they're talking about in terms of getting their teammates to cooperate on the ice and get synced for games. It's something very hard to do consistently, especially perform at the level in which playoff hockey wants you to. With Kai Gibbons and Matt Scott, these guys work so well together, forming the dynamic duo everyone was wanting to see for London in the past years. Now, look at this. The Reapers in Game 2 are undefeated, and London owned them in the regular season. Well, so can that Game 2 influence Mexico to get that spark that the coach was wanting to seek from these guys in Bright Red? We're going to find out tonight. As the puck drops here, we're getting started. Mexico advances to the zone. Clifford coming in. Clifford, big scores! 30 seconds in, Mexico on the board. I think it's just that Game 2 feel of the game. They're playing more desperately. They're playing more synced. Off the rush. Look what Petrillo is parked in front. Right when that puck bounces off the pad, he doesn't hesitate. Just gets in front of the net, gets the game started, pokes it home, takes advantage, gets behind the D. Look how behind Look how behind he's in. Look how behind he is. That he's able to shade away from the D so quickly. And skating ability is what stands out and allows him to score the first of the game. Matt Scott trying to equalize here. Scott off the glove of Feld. Here's Gibbons trying to poke it. Feld makes the save. Rebound to Boda. 1-0 Mexico. London leads the series 1-0. Stepa around the net. He's going to set it up at the point. It's Matt Scott with the puck loose. Rizzardo kept it before getting collided with by Chris Lorenzo. As he's going to stay on the ice. Petrillo, he was headed to the bench for a moment. Comes to the point. Dexter intercepted, but Lorenzo gets it deep. Lorenzo sends it behind the net. Gives it to Petrillo. Falsona high drive, and Bradley's going to make the save. So far, 2-0 are the shots on Mexico's. They continue to buzz here. Well, good response so far by Mexico from last game. They're getting shots at the point, but another thing they have to be careful in the other zone is try to shut down the offense. And that is a common theme to Game 1's loss, is that they've allowed so much opportunities, they weren't able to get synced up defensively and shut down the odd man rushes. So they have to continue to elevate in their defensive end, get some breaks, you know, move the puck well, focus on getting it to the offense, and transition from there. Here's Josh Shizgal, the pass, and what a save by Bradley, as it goes right back to him to cover. I think that was intentional, with Lieber lurking in front. Lieber with a great opportunity, the second line with their best chance of the game in the first shift. You look at the Lieber's speed again, very similar to Petrillo. That contract signing when he was in Côte St. Luc, I remember him just struggling a little bit, trying to watch. Oh, there's off the face-off, and it's 2-0. Oh, sorry to interrupt you there, but it looks like Mexico is reaping. Ben Lieber, the guy we were just talking about, makes it a 2-0 game off the draw. And Josh Shizgal with that good read off the tape to tape. Ben Lieber parking himself in front, similar to that Petrillo goal, except it comes off the draw. Bradley's unable to recover it and get to his left post quick enough. And that allows Lieber to find open space and one-time it. So again, Lieber on that contract signing, the most important aspect of the team in terms of chemistry and trying to complete that dynamic duo that the coaches were working for. They wanted a dynamic line that was going to put pressure on the opponents with respect to secondary scoring. So, I mean, it's not really the first line doing all the work. When you have a backup line to do similar works that the first line could do, similar production, similar style of play, you need people that are going to grind. Ben Lieber was there at the moment to show off that style to the coach, and it looked to be a very good impression from that standpoint. Thank you very much, as Charles snipes one off the blocker, but there's a continuous opportunity here as Charles gets another chance at it, as with Dante Pepe perked in front, but a 2-0 lead as Eitan Felds continues to stand strong and stop the puck. 87, a good look. You don't want to be giving veterans that opportunity up front. I mean, he was wide open. Dante Pepe gave all the real estate. He was trying to look for the rebound. He was going to be parked in front, trying to hunt for the rebound, but Charles decided to go in, and once it deflects in the corner, Charles has all the room. So, you know, Dante Pepe has to think twice. Go on the other side or stay parked in front. It's all about that judgment that the defenders have to make in order to make the right play and you'll dodge a bullet. Because Sidney Charles, it's a 50-50 flip coin. Sidney Charles scores, okay, shake your head. But if Sidney Charles misses, get the rebound, get parked in front of the net, and try to pursue from there, stop the puck on the secondary scoring chance. So Taboda with 9:40 to go, Lorenzo the rebound. Gives it to Clifford, giving it to Petrillo. Petrillo the pest. Petrillo fires and Bradley makes the save. The tables have turned thus far, with Alec Petrillo striking first as he continues to strike minute by minute of every shift, making good impressions and continuing to fire pucks on net. I mean, he came from a college that, you know, really respected him for for the character he was, and so it gives him the freedom to do a bunch on the ice. Growing up and had a love for the game, and you know, now performing at one of the highest statures thinkable. It's Alec Petrillo's first ever appearance in this finals, so it's really interesting to see what Petrillo can do. I mean, he continues to make good impression shift after shift, so already that's looking good on his resume. Hunter Hastings with speed. To the middle, Hunter Hastings, and a save is made by Bradley. They're just creaming London right now. Oh. Remember, Mexico undefeated in Game 2s. Stepa scores! From the right slot of Epic Rister. He's doing what he does best on home ice. Continues to do so as number 56 makes it a 2-1 game. Oh, beautiful shot. I have no words to describe how epic of a shot that was. I mean, how are you going to stop a one-timer going right bar top shelf? Like, Stepa, as well as he shoots, he stations himself so well. Like, he's so unpredictable to locate because he lingers so quietly on the ice. You saw the defenseman locate Kai Gibbons before laying eyes on Lo Stepa. Like, he thought Kai Gibbons was all alone, but because Lo Stepa made that quiet transition up front, it allowed him to get the best of the defenders and make a silent but attractive one-timer on the slot. So that's something the defenders have got to work on, limiting perimeter shots. But Lo Stepa was able to account from that and continued to benefit off the weekend of Mexico's backbone, which is their struggling perimeter offense, defense, to make it a 2-1 game. Van Lieber, hot point, Shizgal, the Collins, block it away on the side of the crease. Shizgal, the rebound, scores! Beautiful backhand by Shizgal as he continues to reap it out here in the playoffs. It's his 7th goal in 9 games. Does he have a love for the playoffs or what? A backhander that beats Bradley. He gets his own rebound off the miss. Sam Collins fires it, but Shizgal so quick on the rebound. Two defenders on the opposite side of where he is, gives him so much time and space just to backhand that to the net. Talk about ignorance on the backbone. Shizgal takes advantage. 3-1 Mexico. Oh. Love for the game, love for the sport, and a passion to attack. Shizgal continues to reap it out. My goodness, he's a wrecking ball in the playoffs. He's had the most goals in his team, and he's only in the second line in the playoffs. Alec Petrillo right behind him with 6. But here comes another chance. Eitan Feld is also having a heck of a series. Oh. He's stopping critical opportunities behind the D. Like, he is so far 88% from inside the paint. And that is just ridiculous. A ridiculous save percentage when you think about close proximity scoring chances, which are actually highest quality scoring chances. Ethan Feld showing up even when the coach doesn't expect him to show up. He shows up in all kinds of places. It makes him a very effective player. Sam Collins hit the post. Oh, the magician. He's the magician, man. I don't know what to say. A shot blocked, then goes to the corner. We're going to the end of the first period with what people all expected would happen. A 3-1 turnover and a series plot twist, if I may add. A 3-1 Mexico lead going to the second period of play. They're at pace to scoring 9 goals. We'll see if that becomes a reality after this. My goodness, guys.
Count the Reapers out.
It's like, don't count the Reapers out just yet. And I'm like, okay, I won't count the Reapers out. They have maximized their time on ice from 1:30 the other first period of last game to 2:16, so a 40% improvement in that department. Already comes to show why they're undefeated in game twos. Their hustle for the game and the challenge that and the threat that they propose on offensively. Step of the one-timer wide by Kai Gibbons. A little wake-up call for Mexico. And they have received it. Look out no further. Mexico's coming in hot. Coming in stride. Taboda all the way. Taboda! Stopped by Bradley. all by himself was Nick Taboto with a burst of speed to the right wing and just couldn't curve the ball high enough. A little squeegee play by Stepa, and the other way it goes. Beautiful play. A little bit of finesse by Lo Stepa, just couldn't finish it. There's Alec Petrillo going blocker side and couldn't cash it in. The rebound, Stepa. Lo Stepa on his horse. Passes to Gibbons. Middle. Stopped by Feld with a blocker. The rebound, Gibbon. He gets it back. Passes to Scott. They get mixed up. They got tossed and it goes the other way. Mexico go around the net it goes. Gibbons trying to cash. Clifford. One-on-one. Trying to get the pass across and Rizzardo recovers. And here comes Sidney Charles across the line. Enfeld makes the save. So give your goaltender some space to make the save. I mean, when you have the Kings parked, I mean, you have the pawns on your board, but when it's check, I mean, only your king has the chance to eat the opponent. Otherwise, it's game over. But Sidney Charles makes a shot. Eitan Feld's able to eat him. But your two pawns have to get parked in front of the king for protection. So that way, one, you can protect your king, and two, you can annihilate the offender if he tries to advance on the board. Dante Pepe on a board battle, and then it's blocked by Gabe Honest. Dennis Ago getting it behind the net, and Garcia behind. He's going to get it back. Luke Garcia gives it to Ben Lieber. Back to Collins. Collins to Lieber. Bang! Ben Lieber from the point. And it's 4-1 for Mexico. A similar shot. We've talked about getting more of those as Sam Collins takes the feed once again. Once again, the influencer of this goal. Amazing set of hands going onto the point. Great set. And then the distraction finds Ben Lieber up point. Passes it before the defense gets ambushed. And he's able to find him on the middle slot, ready to shoot. And it makes it a 4-1 game. Good dedication on the offensive side. And an already good indication that they're going to get back in the series. They need more of that. Fair tag, cross ice feed. August trying to get back at it, and Feld makes the save as Mexico continues to slaughter the house tonight. What a response, both physically and mentally. You have Dante Pepe dialed in on the defense, trying to give it all he's got against London, and then you have the offense waking up from last game and their struggles and hardships trying to counter the net. Now they have a bunch of ways to attack and solve. Joe Bradley, who has been splendid in game one, now they've dialed in to play some of their best hockey and making it challenging defensively. Eitan Feld as well went to training camp and found himself capable of backing the cage once again. So already some good signs from each side of the ice in respect to the team's counterparts. Dante Pepe dodges a hit, giving it to Ben Lieber. Ben Lieber advances. Benjamin Lieber. Oh, what a play! Benjamin Lieber, and Bradley makes the save on what could have been a highlight reel. My goodness, Benjamin Lieber with a set of hands. Look at this. Benjamin Lieber at coast to coast, and then he does a little dangalicious to deceive the forecheck, and then dings it to the net. That could have ended highlight reel play of the playoffs if it went in. Oh my goodness, wow. Garcia, lengthy pass to Shizgal, awaiting the reception, but Shizgal couldn't get it back, and Baptiste on the turnover. Page, no, and the rebound off of Pepe, and goes to the left boards for a bad battle. He's on a cross, and Feld cut him off. Van Dree doesn't go around, instead tries to find a pass, and that cancels out. 8:45 to go. Shizgal's looking for a second, and shot a little too soon. Ben Lieber, he's gonna hand for Clifford. Albert Clifford, backhand stop by Bradley. Attached to the left point, left post like sticky tape. What else to say? I mean, Albert Clifford such a reliable center. He can do all bunch of things, including defend, he can advance, and what else? You can name it. I mean, that sequence shows what else he can do. Attack in all strides. You have one offender going in front of the net, but then once Clifford analyzes the situation, he's able to go lift off, set up another person just like that. I mean, there are not many centers that can do that immediately off the drop. Now, if Clifford's able to do that, that makes him such a reliable center. This one's deflected behind, and then Bradley found it in the last second. It was a mountainous puck, and it also had eyes. It tried to bounce off the back of Bradley, and I'm not sure how he recovered. He moved the back to the right to make the puck move left, which mountains over his shoulder and gets to his glove. My goodness, what a play. The brilliant deception of Joe Bradley. 5.5. Oh, what a hit! Oh, he's gonna feel that one tomorrow. Oh, my goodness, guys, what you've just seen. Don't want to see it if you're a Reaper fan. Oh, and just went wide there. Delayed penalty coming up in London. He's gonna get a power play. Those were what bit Mexico last game. One thing I forgot to touch on were the penalties. Now Mexico was able to deceive one of them. However, Andrea Falson was way too rough last game. That because of his roughness, got his team into thin ice, especially with penalty killing. Now they can't kill every penalty. Gives them a little momentum after the first one, but after that, their players are going to get exhausted, they're going to get frustrated, and especially when all the calls that they're getting does not go their way, it's going to affect the way that they push on the defensive side of the ice. So they can't be killing all these penalties. Good thing for them, the pace in which they're getting penalties in this game is much better to that of the last game. Now they've only gotten one penalty, and it's late in the second period, so not much to panic about. But this cannot happen persistently. Mexico may be the roughest penalty killers, but they could produce a lot of damage offensively. Lenny Mays goes around the net, giving it to Bowie. Now the penalty killers look like they're engaged and look to be carrying the puck out. Good pressure. Kai Gibbon on a 1-on-2. Kai Gibbon will sauce it around the net. An easy save, and Bowie with the finish. So 3:45 left to go, and it looks like London is having a little trouble kind of converting the power play, with Mexico getting a bunch of things figured out. Low step up, brilliant move. Backhand stop by Feld. How about Low Stepa's hands? The set of hands and the way he just makes things crafty. It's not like Low Stepa. When you're trying to carry a team, when you see nothing's happening, you're trying to become a role player yourself. You're one of your first line. You're trying to get things started. You're trying to push it, trying to spark it off offensively. Get a little twist to it. Low Stepa's your man. He's gonna come up with a bunch of these crafty plays and coming out of nowhere, making him very unpredictable, both physically and in all physical components, in his appearance and the way that he shifts with the puck. Those are what make him a dangerous player when he doesn't have the puck. He's still efficient, and he's able to make up for it with his brilliant set of hands and create amazing offensive opportunities besides that brilliant one-timer that he has off the puck. Sidney Charles couldn't set it up. Mexico gets it, and Hunter Hastings. Oh, what a hit! Oh my goodness! The hits are enraging here. And now London's gonna send it back the other way with a goaltender slowing it down. That's it with their power play. Now Mexico has killed one. Only 2 for 4 though. Only 50% in the penalty killing. That's something to work on too. But the coach has been hasn't been shallow at that, and was able to get things started. Was able to focus on those kinds of components for their team, trying to strengthen their penalty killing, trying to focus on areas where they could improve, and also evaluating the kinds of areas where players just don't seem comfortable killing penalties and looking at their strengths to figuring out if they could kill the penalty or not. Other than that, their skating, their figurative skating just shows they have an effective feel for the puck when it's off their stick. So that's good. At the end of the second period, guess where we're at? 4-1 Mexico, and a chance to tie the series up in London to take a 1-1 tie to home ice. That should be something special. How about this hit by Dante Pipi, and how about this other hit by London's official? And how about Ben Lieber? That was one of the best goals we've seen. Lieber and Shizgal being the duo of the second period, sharing goals, making a 4-1 game. Mexico is going to be back in this. Now, the one thing I've noticed about each team is they have like very similar ways of attacking the power play. They rely on their draws, guys. They're relying on draws to score pucks. What was identical with Game 1? Scoring off the draws. That really helps to get your team a boost of momentum by just making simple plays. So it's all about having quick instincts and being quick with the puck. And that will allow you to turn the tables very quickly. The one-timer stopped. There was no rebound. It was parked in front for a moment. Then pushed back the other way, where Sam Collins is going to turn the train, turning the tide. Show! And a save by Feld. Looked like a brilliant save. So the Reapers are trying to open holes now defensively. Not like what we were seeing in the first period at all. I mean, in the first period, Mexico was fully in control of the defensive area and trying to close out defenders, offenders from entering deep into their zone. But it's not like that in the second, where, you know, London's trying to wake up and try to overcome a big deficit. Now they're going to assert more pressure on the opposite side. So, you know, Mexico is going to try to overcome that pressure and try to stick with their game plan. That's what the coach is looking for them. Some consistency and discipline at all times. So, and this is a big part of the Mexican identity, is to fight and have an urge to fight. Just like you have an urge to be traditional in the way that you perceive life in Mexico. And the Mexico tradition is all about love and purity. And that's exactly how the game should be perceived by these young talents in Mexico. That's what got them this far. They brought that big energy and exploited them in each and every one of the playoff games that they've been in. That's what explains their terrific playoff run. They gotta take their values and know what they're fighting for and keep their goals aligned with their mission. And keep their actions aligned with their mission and move the puck the way that they want to, and in a way that's gonna help them win. And they've been doing that, but they gotta do it in all sides. There's a good bounce right there, as London is gonna get a penalty. And Mexico is finally gonna get on a power play. One of the most dangerous power plays in the league, especially when they're 100% in Game 2. Now, I'm not lying. They are 100% in power plays in Game 2s. They've converted in every power play in Game 2. Let's see if that remains tact. At least away from home. Yes. I forgot that part of it. Away from home, they're at 100% in power plays in Game 2. But not at home, which is surprising. There they come. Scores! There it is! That's why they're 100% on the power play away from home in Game 2s. Sam Collins strikes on the power play. The pink buddy says hello to the back of the net for the first time in 3. Look at this brilliant pass. I mean, you're just playing your normal sport. It's just wiping off the pressure, remembering the way that you played. That's we've been talking on that, and Mexico was able to react with quick instincts, find each other, move well on the ice, and that results in a beautiful goal due to the quick rotation and the quick movement of the puck, connecting dot to dot and finding the loose man up front. 5-1 Mexico in a hurry. So engaged. Here comes London, a boost of speed. They're trying to deceive the offender. They get +1. Middle shot stopped by Feld. Ellie, look at the score. 5-1 Mexico. Game 2. It's not made up. They're undefeated in game 2s. Oh, what a save by Feld! Oh my goodness! He stretched across to Antarctica to make that stop. Oh, that was brilliant. He looked like vintage Bobrovsky. He's vintage a bunch of things because he's gonna come up with acrobatic saves with different styles of doing it. He's gonna make a Carey Price save with a glove. He's gonna make a stretching out paddle stop with Bobrovsky style, or maybe Jonathan Quick style, because he doesn't have the flexibility. So I'd say probably Bobrovsky, because he's a little tiny bit less flexible than Quick is. There's Mexico trying to eat up the defenders. Oh, there's one parked in front. He's going to go all by himself, and Joe Bradley's going to kick up that pad. Rebound by London. Every game so far has been a blowout. Has been decided by at least 2 goals. Here comes Mexico eating up the clock. London's going to carry it out, and guess who it is, guys? It's the man of the hour. Here's on as a shot, no good. Low Stepa setting him up. Board battle, puck loose, chased after by Pepe. Dante Pepe the rebound. He goes over the line, couldn't clear, it's stripped. London gets it. Fair tag off the blocker. And it's set up in front, but it's intercepted by Caleb Dent. And here comes number 36, Hunter Hastings. Hunter Hastings couldn't look for a pass as he was blocked by out front. And then it goes all the way in and trying to keep the puck in the danger zone, but with a little help for London, now it's back the other way. Fair tag, looking for that sharp saucer pass. Fair tag around the net. He's going to look for time. Oh, what a beautiful pass! Oh! All alone with Sidney Charles eating up the real estate. Fair tag connects the dots with patience. And he was able to find Sidney Charles. How did you get there? I liked how the defenders were fixated on what's up in front, that he forgot Sidney Charles was coming off the bench. Fair tag was looking, he thought he was going to turn it over, running out of patience, but you know what? I was going to find someone eventually, get in front of the net, go to the other side, then look for options, and with the effort and the patience you shall receive, and Sidney Charles is right there with the gimme. He's able to get it to the back of the net, make it 5-2. The snipers showing up for London, no one else. Low Stepa and then Sidney Charles. Both veterans who have won at least one Stanley Cup in their careers. What a coincidence. Two minutes left. 5-2 Mexico. Looks like it shall do it. We'll see. Try to put the icing on the cake. Recovered there. Minute and 10 seconds remain. Oh, here's another chance up front, blocked by Tabota. Under a minute left. It looks like that should do it. It's going to be a little bit too late to come back. We're too far out of reach. Mexico's been known for these moments. Indeed, they have shown it in the previous rounds of the playoffs, and they've shown it on the ice physically in each side. Even when the pressure was against them, in the second and third periods, with London trying to strike at every perimeter, in every direction, throwing pucks at Feld instantaneously. They find a way to crush this game and put this game into a wrapping cycle, into its wrapping stage. Timo Garcia fought hard along with Dante Pipi to help put Mexicans into a settled position in the defensive end, and the offense showed up. And the result, and there's another goal, by the way. Remember, they're 100% on the road in Game 2s in the playoffs in franchise history. They have 13 consecutive power play goals in Game 2s away from home. Timo Garcia gets that one, making it 6-2. And that should be the insurance breaker. What a game. What a response from Mexico. This is why they are undefeated in Game 2s. It's all part of their culture. Their fighting spirits were just too high tonight for London to compete with. They have shown up tonight after trying to fix some struggles in between games 1 and 2. And they have regained their purpose and regained the energy that they needed, with the momentum along with that, to fight back against a tough Colonels team that swept them in the series, in the regular season series, by playing what they were truly meant to play by. And that is by their name, the Reapers. Reapers culture showing up tonight in a big way. Dying seconds, deflected in front, stop. Doesn't matter, it's over. The Mexico City Reapers are officially back in the series. They've tied it up on the road in Game 2, as they were meant to. 13-0. And they are 15-0 in Game 2s. And they've won 15 straight Game 2s in their existence. And that continues tonight. The streak is still very much alive. They're going back to Mexico with full advantage. And a chance to make it an uneven score of 3-1. Josh Shizga with 1 goal and 2 assists. Ben Lieber, an even better performance. Benjamin Lieber had 4 points tonight. In that stat line, it sounded like Montreal Côte made a big mistake. And of course, the first star of the night was Sam Collins, who has set up pretty much every goal that Mexico scored, has 4 assists. That's why they call him Magician Sammy. And that is pretty much all to cover. We'll be back for Game 3. Shout out to the second line of Mexico. Good night from London.